A rumor starts as a whisper in tennis. Then suddenly the entire sport begins to buzz. And right now one question is echoing across locker rooms, practice courts, and fan forums around the world. Is Serena Williams actually preparing for one more comeback? Because when a legend disappears from competition, fans slowly accept it. They move on, new stars arrive, rivalries change, and the sport keeps moving forward. But every once in a while a story appears that stops everything, and this one involves a 23-time Grand Slam champion. It also involves the most successful male player of the modern era, Novak Djokovic, and what he just said has reignited one of the most fascinating rumors tennis has seen in years now. Here is the thing. Serena has not played an official match since the US Open in 2022, and at that moment many believed we had witnessed the final chapter of her legendary career, but Serena never used the word retirement. Instead, she described it as evolving away from tennis, and evolving is very different from retiring because evolving leaves the door slightly open for months. The tennis world has wondered if that door might open again, and recently the conversation suddenly became louder during media day at the Indian Wells Open. Djokovic was asked a simple question. Could Serena return to tennis? His answer was not cautious, it was not vague. Instead, it immediately caught everyone's attention. Djokovic said, "I think she is coming back now." That sentence alone created a massive reaction across the tennis world because when a player like Djokovic speaks, people listen. He has spent years inside the professional tour environment. He hears conversations in locker rooms. He understands how players talk behind the scenes. So when he says there is a feeling that Serena might return, it carries real weight. But here is the interesting detail. Djokovic also admitted something very important. He has not actually spoken to Serena about it, so his comment was not confirmation. Instead, it revealed something even more fascinating. The entire tennis world is curious. According to Djokovic, many players are talking about it. Everyone is excited about the possibility. Think about that for a moment. Even elite professional athletes are still fans when Serena Williams is mentioned. That shows how powerful her legacy is. Serena did not just win tournaments, she transformed the sport. Her power changed how women's tennis is played. Her intensity changed how champions are defined. Her mentality inspired an entire generation, and now the idea of seeing that competitive fire again has captured the imagination of the sport. Djokovic even suggested where this comeback might happen. He mentioned Wimbledon championships. Just imagine that moment for a second. Serena Williams walking onto center court again, the crowd rising to its feet, the atmosphere electric, every camera focused on the greatest champion of her generation. That would not just be a tennis match, that would be history. But Djokovic also mentioned another possibility: doubles, and not just any doubles partnership. He talked about Serena playing alongside her sister, Venus Williams. For longtime tennis fans, that idea immediately brings back memories because the Williams sisters dominated doubles tennis for years. Their chemistry on court was incredible. Their success was legendary. Watching them play together again would feel like stepping back in time. Even Djokovic admitted he would love to see that happen, and honestly, most tennis fans probably feel the same. But the story becomes even more interesting when we look at what has happened behind the scenes, because rumors rarely appear from nothing. There was an important moment in late 2025. Serena quietly re-entered the testing pool of the International Tennis Integrity Agency. For casual fans, this might sound like a technical detail, but in professional tennis, it is a huge signal. Any player who wants to return to competition must re-enter the testing program. That process includes random drug testing, daily location reporting, and strict compliance rules. It is not something players do casually. It is something players do when they are seriously considering returning to the sport. Serena completed that required period in February 2026. And when that news became public, many insiders started paying attention. Still, the rumors were not confirmed. In fact, Serena herself tried to shut them down. At one point, she posted online saying very clearly she was not coming back. The message sounded direct, almost playful, but very firm. However, the conversation refused to disappear because sometimes actions raise more questions than words. And that brings us to another moment that reignited the speculation. A practice video. The clip was shared by American player Alicia Parks. In the video, Serena was hitting powerful shots on court. Fans immediately noticed something important. She looked sharp, she looked strong, she looked like an athlete who still belonged on a professional court. The video spread quickly across social media. Tennis fans everywhere started asking the same question again: could Serena Williams actually return? Later, Alicia Parks spoke about the practice session, and her comments added even more excitement to the story. She said Serena is in great shape. She even suggested Serena could still dominate matches on tour. Of course, that is one player's opinion, but hearing it from someone who actually trained with Serena made the rumor feel more real, and that is how stories grow in professional sports. One small moment leads to another, one comment leads to another, until suddenly the entire tennis world is watching closely. Meanwhile, Djokovic has also added something playful to the situation. He once joked that he wanted to challenge Serena to return to the tour because he understands something about competitors. The greatest champions never ignore a challenge, they respond to it. Djokovic said Serena has always been that type of competitor, someone who loves the fight, someone who thrives under pressure, someone who refuses to step away. Quietly, that mentality defined her entire career. Now imagine the intensity of a Serena comeback, not just physically returning, but mentally stepping back into the competitive arena, because tennis has changed since 2022. A new generation of players now leads the tour. Stars like Iga Swiatek, Aryna Sabalenka, and Coco Gauff are dominating headlines. The competition is faster, the physical demands are even greater, so the real question becomes fascinating. If Serena returned today, what would it look like? Would she chase more titles? Would she simply enjoy competing again? Or would it be a final celebration of her legendary career? Right now, nobody knows. Even Venus has joked about the rumors. After one tournament earlier this year, reporters asked her about the possibility of playing doubles with Serena again. Venus smiled and said that would be cool, but she also joked that she rarely sees Serena practicing. Her comment felt lighthearted, but it also revealed something important. Returning to professional tennis is extremely difficult. It requires months of training, endless fitness work, mental preparation, and the willingness to step back into global spotlight. Serena understands that better than anyone. Her career has already included several incredible comebacks. She returned after injuries, she returned after becoming a mother, and each time people doubted her, she proved them wrong. That resilience is part of what made her legendary, which is why the possibility of another comeback still feels believable, even if it sounds unlikely. And here is the truth. Right now, there is still no official confirmation. This entire story exists somewhere between rumor and possibility. Djokovic himself admitted he is guessing, players are speculating, fans are dreaming. But the tennis world is watching carefully, because if Serena Williams decides to return, it will instantly become the biggest story in the sport. Every tournament would want her, every stadium would sell out, every match would feel historic. That is the power of a true legend, and that is why Djokovic's comment created such a huge reaction. He simply said what many people were already thinking: maybe Serena Williams is not finished yet. Maybe one more chapter is still waiting to be written. Now, I want to ask you something, because tennis fans always have strong opinions. If Serena Williams really returned to the tour this year, where should it happen? Would you want to see her at Wimbledon Championships? Would a doubles reunion with Venus Williams be the perfect moment? Or do you think Serena should stay exactly where her legacy already stands? Jump into the comments and share your thoughts, because this debate is only getting bigger, and if anything official happens, the entire tennis world will be watching.